Yeah, it's your boy Invade, and we are back again, man. Y'all already know what's going on. I told y'all in the last video that we are going to start doing this 2K League Pro Series, and I just completed the first day yesterday. But before we get into the video, y'all already know what to do. If you're new to the channel, smack that like button, and if you enjoy your content, especially NBA 2K23, go ahead and get a sub, because I am your guy for 2K23 content. So make sure you guys drop a sub, because the videos aren't gonna stop while everybody else is leaving the game. I'm gonna go ahead and keep uploading it, you feel me? But without further ado, let's try to get this video to 100 likes and let's go forward. This is what happened day one. My experience day one was not a pleasant experience, if I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys. I literally got into the event as soon as the event started, and it took an hour for me to get my first game. Now, by the time I got into the game, I was actually pleasantly surprised, because I thought that it was going to be like they're gonna have us on just some doo-doo park court. The spacing and stuff is gonna be trash, and the court's gonna be small, whatever. To 2K's credit, they did make the court end up being an actual rec-sized court. However, because you're playing with randoms in this event, all hell breaks loose because nobody really knows what they're doing. So the first game that I ended up playing, after an hour, I ended up getting like 40 to 50,000 points, which was cool. I wasn't tripping about it. And the event actually went kind of smooth for me. The only reason why I say it went smooth is because I had a mic, and so I was telling people where to go as far as the spacing and stuff, when to cut, when not to cut. And I generally had a decent team. I actually realized that if I was able to play games from the very beginning to the top, or to the end of this freaking event, I would have actually got top 5. I ended up getting like 38th place or something like that, which sucked, to honestly tell you, because like I knew that I was averaging like 60,000 points a game, which is basically like 45 points, 17 assists, like 3 or 4 steals, and then like a couple valley oops. It wasn't like I was getting a lot of valley oops, because for some reason most centers don't run break starter on there, and I don't know why they don't run break starter. So for some reason I wasn't able to, like, they weren't just bombing down passes, so I had to really work in the half court more often than not, which was pretty annoying. I'm not gonna lie, it was dumb annoying. But overall, I would give this event a solid 3 out of 10 to start, because not only did they not end the event, because nobody, like, if you literally go on Twitter and scroll through, you can see literally that there was so many people who were just not getting games. And the worst part about it is that once you got a game, or you got a team or whatever, if you won, you would go right back into the lobby and you get an instant game again. But if you lost, then you get put into this queue where it would take like 30 to 40 minutes for you to get another game. And so it took me an hour to get my first game. By the time I get my first game and I get into it, I literally realized my meter's on. So I just dashboarded, because I'm not playing a game with the full meter on. That's stupid. So I dashboarded, got back into it, fixed my thing to make sure that my meter was off, got back into it, took another 30 minutes for me to get into the game. Finally get into the game, beat the snot off that team, beat the snot off the next team, and then we finally get a decent team, and my freaking 2 guard is awful, man. My 2 guard gets a freaking AI player, because I'm hooping, like I'm actually hooping. My 2 guard gets an AI player because I'm killing them. So the one of their guard leaves the game. So I'm yelling at my 2 guard, yo, just sit hash, and I'm gonna throw you the ball, because at the end of the day, I don't want to lose the game. That's an important thing, because if you lose, then you end up having to get a new team, right? And I already know that if I lose, then I'm gonna have to go back into this queue. That's gonna take 10 years for me to get a game. So I'm yelling at my 2 guard, bro, sit hash, I'm gonna throw you the ball. You have an AI on you. All you gotta do, excuse me, I'm still sick. All you gotta do is just catch it and shoot. And worst case scenario, if you can't shoot it when I pass you the ball, just do a snatchback and then you'll be wide open and shoot. Bro, the entire game, this man is running around the court. He's running, ruining the spacing for me. He's setting me screens. He's doing everything that a 2 guard should not do. Because when he was setting me screens, when I would get open, his man was playing side. So if I would go to the right, his man would be on the right. And so in a situation where if the spacing is right, and I've already left the point guard, I get an open 3. But because my 2 guard is setting screens, what's happening is I'm having to deal with his man after that, and they would just switch. So then it wasn't a chance for me to even get open 3s. So we ended up losing that game, and I go back into the queue or whatever. end up winning the rest of my games or whatnot, and that was pretty much the first day's experience of it. It was not a great experience overall. That's why I said it's a 3 out of 10. If they fix the matchmaking, I'm pretty sure I can get top 5 and secure a spot in order for me to go play in the combine. But man, was it rough to start off, man. This was my day 1 experience. For those of you who are trying this, look, I would honestly say to you, number 1, have a mic, bro. Especially if you're a point guard, have a mic, because you need to explain to people what is going on and where to be. You need to have somebody in the baseline left side, baseline corner, excuse me, right side, and somebody at the hash. And then you let your center and you go to work, whether it's P&R or you have a popper center or whatever, or if you guys are gonna run a 5 out, or if you guys are gonna play a 2-3 or 3-2 defense, you need to be able to literally tell them what they're going to be doing. And 9 times out of 10, as long as you are good at the game, they will listen. I really didn't have too many issues. As always, I had 4 guys who knew what they were doing and 1 guy who was lost in the sauce. But even if I have 4 that know what they're doing, that's enough to be able to win a game and get consistent points. Like I said, I was averaging 45, about 15 assists, and a couple of oops, and then like 3 or 4 or 5 steals. So I was actually hooping, man. And I actually wasn't even shooting particularly well. There was a lot of games that I shot like 13 for 19 from the 3-point line. And a lot of those shots was open fadeaways, and I was just missing them because I don't know what was going on. I was just missing them. So there was a lot of games that I could have had like 50, 60 points. 55, 60 points, and I was just missing shots that I shouldn't have missed. And also because I was getting so mad at what was happening, it was messing with my head because I was getting so mad at what I was experiencing in the game, dealing with shooting guards and people who don't know where to go in games and whatnot. And I let that get in my head. So I got to work on my mental game because that wasn't great. But overall, we're going to go back into the event today. You guys can catch me at fb.gg/invade if you guys want to check me out on there. That is where we'll be streaming today. The event starts at 5 o'clock Central Time. Again, today, it is a 4-hour event. That's 6 o'clock Eastern Time if you guys want to catch me on there. So be sure to catch me on there if you guys want to hang out and see how the event goes today. I'm going to go ahead and get back to editing some of these videos because I got some stuff to do. Like I said, I'm getting serious, and we're going to get it bopping. So that's going to be it for me, man. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.